Hi everyone, this is Aries Moon Girl, and this is another weekend Sunday live chat Sun Moon Rising combination. Waiting for a few people to join in order to be able to do your Sun Moon Rising combinations. I know I still owe some hi. If anyone wants to have their Sun Moon Rising analyzed in this session, write your comment in the chat and we'll do this. I'm gonna probably start. I still owe one of the viewers from last time his Sun Moon Rising, so I'm gonna finalize that. But in the meantime, if you guys have anything else, yeah, great. I already have one: Gemini Sun, Cancer Moon, Aries Rising, and Venus. I'm gonna look into this right after I look into the previous one, which I didn't finish in the last live chat. I think the name of the viewer was Andre, if I'm not mistaken. Let me have a look, and I'll pick it up from there. So yeah, it's Andre, and I'm wondering if I can still find his combination. Oh no, I think he'll have to join again. Okay, so let's hope. Hello, hi, how are you? Long time no see, no time no speak. Good. So I'll start with the request that I just got. If you guys have any other requests, Sun Moon Rising, write it down in the chat, and I'll try to cover that. In the meantime, I'll try to find out Andre's combination, as well as it just got cut off mid reading last time. This was really unlucky for him, so I was just finishing with probably the sun or the moon, and then I didn't get to do the rising anymore, so I want to do that for him. One other request: if you guys are watching this, can you go and give a thumbs up to the video so more people see it, so we can do more of these combinations, and then by the end this channel will have all the combinations in the world for everyone. And yeah, and it's just like a library that we have there then for everyone. Okay, so let's just do Gemini Sun, Cancer Moon, Aries Rising, and Venus. Okay, let me touch on the Venus before I start, because then the video will mainly be focused on Cancer Moon, Aries Rising, and Gemini Sun. But Venus in Aries, I have a video that's on this channel, so have a look at it. Venus in Aries is my own placement as well. I'm very fond of it. It's an unusual Venus. People say it's masculine or so, but once you go and see the stars that have Venus in Aries and see the characteristics, then you will change your opinion. So have a look at that for the Venus after this video. But until then, let's just go into Gemini Sun, Cancer Moon, Aries Rising. One thing which I want to say, which I usually do, is how I look at the moon, how I look at the sun, and how I look at the rising. So I have this analogy which you guys have heard a couple of times or a lot of times by now, that your personality is like a well-packaged gift. So the packaging is the rising sign, how you come across, what's the first impression, how people see you, and yeah, the vibe that you give off. Once you open the present, that's your actually sun sign. So that's kind of your mission in life. That's your direction. That's where you're headed towards. And that's what you'll be achieving in this lifetime. So if you were to say that the gift is a watch, I like this analogy. If you were to open that watch up, you would see that there's a mechanism inside that makes it tick, that kind of tells the watch what to do from behind. That's kind of the subconscious mind in this case, and that's the moon sign. If you understand your moon sign, you understand your subconscious mind, you understand yourself and your deeper wishes, your deeper you start understanding your what makes you tick, what makes you feel comfortable, what makes you feel loved, what motivates you, what drives you forward. Even if the sun is the more conscious planet in our chart, so the sun is really visible, it's consciousness, it's what we're aware of. The subconscious influences our daily life in a way more important way than we imagine, and sometimes it's a lot more powerful than even the sun, because once you live with a person, you get to experience their moon even more than you get to experience their sun. Okay, so Gemini Sun. I have to say that this combination, Gemini Sun, Cancer Moon, and Aries Rising, those are the 4 baby signs of the zodiac. So the 4 signs that come in the beginning of the zodiac. The beginning of the zodiac is a lot about discovering the self, affirming the self, learning how to communicate for oneself, learning how to gather knowledge, and then with Cancer, we'll learn about our environment. So these are all young signs. They have things in common. Gemini Sun is a mobile sign, is air sign, very much interested in knowledge, very much interested in gathering knowledge, very much interested, like a baby is, in gathering information. Gemini suns are very curious people that have a very quick mind, very witty, very good in seeing correlations, in seeing details, in seeing thinking patterns, very good in analyzing information, and very good in verbalizing information. Gemini are some of the most fun people that I've ever met. They can read the room very well. They can, through this attention to detail, sometimes they can be extremely sarcastic as well, but through this attention to detail, they kind of sense what's adequate to discuss, what's not. They have this way of bringing in a joke, of bringing in a thing that they've noticed, of bringing in some information that they gathered from the outside, and saying it out loud in such a fun, playful way. They are also they just like to enjoy themselves. They like to enjoy themselves and to make others feel good around them. Sometimes it can also become a bit lonely, because at the point where you're the person that always makes the other ones laugh, you kind of want to find a deeper meaning to things. But I have a video on Gemini altogether about this. But Gemini in general is a sign that that needs to discover itself in that context of what's the information. And it goes even deeper. It goes a bit even spiritual with Gemini, which people are not talking about it very much. It goes into, okay, what's the purpose? What's the meaning? What do these all things that I'm noticing, what do they mean if I put them together? What's the puzzle like? And how can I best communicate it? How can I gather all this? How can I best sell it? How can I best bring it to people? How can I synthesize this information? So air in general synthesizes information. Cancer is a lot more emotional. We're talking about water, and I have a video on Cancer Moon, and I call Cancer Moon the heart of gold. It's one of my favorite moon placements. Is such a, the quote, I think it's from Eleanor Roosevelt: no one cares how much you know until they know how much you care. Also a Cancer Moon quote. The Cancer Moon really cares. We're moving from that area of knowledge and of intellectualizing and of feeling things, of being in tune with things, but being more cerebral. We're moving into an area of really caring. And the Cancer Moon really cares. The Cancer Moon really cares about its environments. The Cancer Moon really cares about those that are closest to them and how they can nurture them, how they can make them feel well, how they can give to them. The one thing which a Cancer Moon needs is a lot of stability and getting back some of that nurture that they put out there. And I would say someone that has a Gemini Sun and a Cancer Moon is very in tune to what other people feel like, can be the joker. The Cancer is also very if it determines what sign you're meant to be with. I'll go a bit into this as well at the end. I'll go a bit into this. Yeah. Your moon is really essential into understanding what you need in a relationship. Maybe this makes a bit more sense, and then I'm going to touch on it also on the rising sign. But you, as a Gemini, you can get along with 1,000 types of people. As a Cancer Moon, you need someone that can give back to that nurturing side that you have. You might think that you can go through the world and be funny and all of this, but at one point, this whole need for security, for safety, for love, for being nurtured that the Cancer Moon has, this is what you will need in a partnership in order to feel safe. And you might start off by giving a lot, but in the end you will need someone that can give to you as well, and can nurture you back. So in this case, I would say that someone with some water placements also works well. I realize there's a lot of, when we're talking about compatibility, there's a lot of things that have to do with moon compatibility. So you would need maybe someone with a water or an earth moon. But I'll go into the rising sign as well. There's a lot of things that you can establish about what partnership works well for you. But definitely you need someone that can see deeper, can offer you a bit more, can understand your emotions, can see beyond your perfect poker face of entertaining and taking care of everyone and being the most likable person in the room, and the most someone that can see beyond this mask, someone that can see what you need beyond what you put out there. Okay, and then we're going into the rising sign, and that's in Aries. Again, as I'm saying, that Aries is that protective shield in this case. So it's your wrapping, it's the packaging wrapping, that the personality that you give off. With an Aries rising, you might come across as very full of initiative, assertive, going for what you like. Gemini is quick, Aries is quick, Cancer is cardinal. I would like to have you in my team, I don't know, to communicate to people, to sell things to people, to tell jokes, to to use your wits, to use your charming personality. I would love to have you doing that, for example. Someone with this type of personality can be really charming, can be really effective in selling things to people, in convincing people, in being likable, in communicating efficiently and fast. Aries might make you even a bit more assertive than you are actually on the inside. So that's the one thing which I'm saying. You might come across, or even to yourself, you might feel at times, okay, I'm way more in control of this, or like the Aries is taking control of things. But then there is a sensitivity to Gemini, and there is a sensitivity to the Cancer Moon. And I think if we're talking about relationships, this is where you kind of need to take this into consideration, and for the relationship. So you can be whoever you want in the other parts of life, but for the relationship, try to focus on someone that understands that deeper nature of yours, and that understands the need to also receive and be understood for your emotions, for your deeper emotions than what you give off. Because many times, even with Gemini in general, but with this Cancer Moon, I see it way more over the moon. It's like people think, oh, this person is so cheerful and in such a good mood all the time, or so likable, but they don't take the deeper feelings into consideration. And I think with an Aries rising, this might be the case as well. So definitely go for someone that sees beyond that. Okay. So any other Sun, Moon, Rising combinations from the chat? Otherwise, I'm going to start picking up from last time. And I really, really wanted to do Andrei's combination. But if I don't manage to... Okay, let me see, 1 second. What was his combination? 1 second. Cancer Sun, Capricorn Moon, Libra Rising. Okay, so I'm gonna start with this again, Andrei. Cancer Sun, Capricorn Moon, Libra Rising. I just talked about Cancer. This time I talked about Cancer Moon. Cancer Sun, Cancer, water sign, cardinal. Emotion doesn't get stuck with cardinal, because cardinal needs to put things out there, needs to put things in motion. This is what cardinal does. It starts things. So if you have the sun in Cancer, usually your emotions are way more out there or present for the people to see. You have a very high EQ, emotional intelligence. You can be savvy in business. You can get things through this, being able to read people's emotions, and through that kind of work your way. I know a lot of Cancers that are very successful in business, just because they know how to lead people through understanding that emotional side, but at the same time being cardinal and being on the fact, on top of things, conquering things, doing things. And I see here that you have a Capricorn Moon as well. Capricorn is another cardinal sign. Libra is another cardinal sign. So Libra rising, Capricorn Moon, Cancer Sun. Your 3 signs that are cardinal. 3 signs that are very good in business. 3 signs that are very good at getting things that they want. 3 signs that are very good in a diplomatic way, but very assertive in how they go about things. Capricorn Moon, again, going to the moon, and the fact that the moon is what we need on the inside, and what makes us tick, and how we actually are. So you might come across a bit more. Libra also is very, very polite, very diplomatic, very beautiful, you might come across as just a very, very nice person that cares so much about the feelings of others, and aligning to others and making them feel welcomed. Again, Cancer, making them feel nurtured, or like just caring about the balance, the exchange, like a Libra does. Very pleasant, diplomatic personality. But your Capricorn Moon is a bit more to itself. I have another video on Capricorn Moon, and I talk about the charismatic achiever. Capricorn Moon is very cool, is extremely cool. The one danger with a Capricorn Moon is that it can also be moody. You have to think of Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and Saturn goes through hard things. Saturn holds on to things. The moon is not made to hold on to things. The moon is made to have mood swings. And you know this from your Cancer Sun. But when the moon holds on to more negative feelings, more negative emotions, when the moon holds on to things that it doesn't so much enjoy, it can become a bit down or depressed, or how do you call it, cynical. Capricorn moon can be at times cynical, at other times it can lift itself up, but the moon is a bit drawn down by Saturn. So it doesn't dislike Saturn, but it's not in the most cheerful mood. So it has a bit of cynicism. It has a bit of more gloomy, rational mind, in control. Sometimes the where it can become a bit dangerous if it's stuck with one idea and it keeps onto that idea, and it really sticks to it. So I have the example. I have to give it, guys. I'm sorry, I have to give the example. Hitler had a Capricorn moon. That's the worst that could happen in case you are getting stuck on something. Of course, there was Taurus and a lot of Aries. I have a lot of Aries also. But, like the stuckness. So you need to be able to let energy flow through your moon. That's the danger with a Capricorn moon. On the other hand, all these free placements are very, if you get a hold of them and if you know what you want, you achieve so much more. You achieve so much more than a lot of other people. You're like a go-getter, and you, through your cardinal self, through your powerful wish to succeed or to achieve something, you can go for that. And because the outer shell is so much more, Libra can really facilitate a lot of discussions with people and make you come across really, really likable, make you look good, make you make you seem diplomatic. Cancer can also make you read the room. It's just more like your interior self is like to not get bogged down by your own feelings, and to use that coolness for charm, to use the Capricorn charm. I think George Clooney has a Capricorn moon. Like, that's what you call charisma. Like, that stillness inside, that coolness, that composure. So use that, use your skills, and achieve your goals through the cardinal of these signs. Okay, good. Okay, guys, so we have a few more. We have 2 more. If you guys are here, could you go and give a thumbs up to the video so more people can see it, so we can do more videos for everyone? So I'll wait for you. Thumbs up to the main video. Okay, so Virgo Sun, Aquarius Moon, Gemini Rising. Virgo Sun, Aquarius Moon, Gemini Rising. Oh, yeah, you're a thinker. You are a thinker. Okay, so Virgo. Virgo is my opposite sign. I'm a Pisces. I struggled a lot of times to understand Virgos. I'm really impressed by them. I think the opposite signs kind of have the same mission, but they work on different fronts. So I know that Virgos want to help as much as we Pisces want to help. Like I know this. I know there's a thing in them that kind of wants to be of service, be of help, have a bigger purpose, have a bigger role in life. So Virgos are very systematic. They see the environment, they see everything around them, and then they try to kind of compartmentalize information. They try to kind of fix one thing after the other. They try to kind of, like work at one. They kind of get into it's an earth sign, so it needs a bit of a system to things. It's a mobile sign, so mobile signs are really open to a lot of things. People don't talk about this. Mobile signs are open signs. They are open to new people. They are open to new experiences. So Virgos appreciate a lot of things in life, a lot of the good things that life has to offer. Virgos appreciate a lot of people, and so, but they get a reputation for being critical just because they kind of try to systematize and try to put things in order, but one thing at a time. If you look at Virgos, their life is usually very rarely out of control. Virgos have very much a grip on their life. They have a grip on, like putting some things in places, even if it's chaos, like it's systematic. It's their type of chaos. So, of course, I have the Beyonce example, but like, how do you create perfection? You create perfection by working at one thing after the other, and then the whole puzzle starts to make sense. So after you put the pieces in the right order and you worked at it really well, then the puzzle starts to finally make sense, and you feel like, okay, I'm achieving something. Virgo works for excellence in a way, and that's why for certain aspects in their life they'll put a lot of effort to achieve them. Aquarius Moon, Virgo is also, I have in my how to make a Virgo fall in love, I have a Virgo is a very intellectual sign. It's Mercury led. So intellect is most important thing for a Virgo. They cannot, I talk to Virgos, I know Virgos, they cannot deal with stupidity in general. They cannot do this. So they cannot, like, it's just something that they cannot deal with. So it's a sign that appreciates things that are well done, and it's a sign that appreciates people with brains, with common sense. Common sense is the Virgo equivalent of intelligence. Like, common sense is a big one. Okay, then we move into Gemini rising. Let's start with the rising. That's also another Mercury-led sign here, and another intellectual sign. I just talked about Gemini. Gemini also notices a lot of things around. Mercury notices things. Mercury puts the puzzle together. Mercury communicates. Mercury, like Mercury does the connections. It's like the brain that connects between itself. That's Mercury, like that's why they also call it, talk about it for transportation and things like that. So Mercury like really connects things. So Gemini, it's the more humorous or fun side of Mercury in that case, because Virgo sees Mercury in a more systematic, more pragmatic, earthy way. Gemini says in an airy way, okay, I'm not going to fix it all. I will just notice it and bring it to the surface, and I'll just analyze it and make fun of it. So we'll play with it. But also here, intellect is very important. Information, how you communicate to others, is very important. So you come across very Gemini. I keep on saying this about Gemini, but it's true. They are so likable. Basically the most likable sign in the zodiac, because they just can communicate so well. They just can talk to people so well. They just know what to say. They can read the room. They can read the information and answer exactly how they need to answer. So Gemini rising can make you a very good communicator, taking into account also the Virgo sign, also an intellectual sign. But then we go to the true intellectual of the zodiac, the visionary information, the one that's ruled by the higher octave of Mercury, and that is Aquarius. Another video which I have about the moon, my moon videos are the ones that I'm really proud of. Where I didn't get to do a moon video yet, I didn't do it because I didn't fully grasp it, but there where I did, I'm proud of them and I fully stand by them. So I have an Aquarius Moon video, and I call it something with the visionary or imagination, because it's Aquarian Moon. It's a very unusual placement. You have to think about the moon. Moon is usually ruled by Cancer, so it's very emotional. Aquarius is not emotional. But at the same time, Aquarius is very humanitarian. Aquarius kind of wants to do bigger things for the world. Princess Diana was an Aquarius moon. John Lennon, you know, like imagine all the people. Like Aquarius wants to kind of work on the bigger picture. And if you have an Aquarius moon, you usually, where the difference is with Virgos care about a lot about the everyday detail. Aquarius cares a lot about the bigger picture. And it can also be distracted at times, or head in the crowds, or, you know, like seem a bit absent-minded, but it's actually, it's always thinking. It's always thinking. It's always processing some information. It's always seeing things in a very diverse way. Sometimes, you know, like when you think of how things are done, they are usually done in a certain way. They have a certain pattern, and Virgo is the queen of that. But then Aquarius breaks the rules, like breaks the box, like thinks very differently, is scattered at sometimes with its ideas, but it comes up with brilliant ideas, and it cares about the bigger picture. So I can even see this with although you're a Virgo, I can even see you at times being too distracted, or forgetting about things, or forgetting, you know, like to do more of the very pragmatic things, because that moon can think so big and can think, you know, like what can I do at a bigger picture. I see you as a big thinker, like someone that has all these placements, has a lot of thoughts. You can almost not stop the thoughts. You can almost not stop the inflow of information. Mercury and Uranus there, like sending you information, and in different type of ways, in ways where it's more pragmatic, more on the small scale, like Mercury, or bigger scale, like Aquarius can have downloads of information that are beneficial for a larger group of people. So if you have an inspiration, go with it. Try to use your Virgo Sun to put it into practice. Try to use your Gemini Moon to sell it across, but try to draw your information from that Aquarius moon that gets a lot more and understands a lot more. In a partner, I would say you definitely need someone that has a lot of brains and a lot of intelligence, and it might be also the type of intelligence that's a bit non-conventional because of Aquarius, and definitely someone that can tap into the common sense of Mercury as well. Okay, so let's do two more. Aries Sun, Scorpio Rising, Taurus Moon, and then we'll do Pisces Sun, Virgo Moon, Gemini Rising. Okay, guys, so Aries Sun, Scorpio Rising, Taurus Moon. Aries, child of the zodiac, baby, impulsive, fire. Aries is a very what you see is what you get type of sign, but it's also, you know, like it's attention, it's patience span is a lot more short than with other signs. And if you have your moon there, it's a lot worse than with your sun. But if you have the sun in Aries, then you can yeah, you're very assertive, you're very out there, you're very driven, very much a go-getter in what you want, very impulsive at times. You want what you want, and that's what you'll get. You're a winner. You are you hate anything that's fake. You like just honesty and openness, and yeah, you set your mind on something, and the thing that you set your mind on, that's what you are gonna get. When you have a Scorpio rising, this makes things a bit more subtle, because otherwise I would say that the Scorpio, also ruled by Mars, is also a go-getter, but it goes about things a bit more indirect. It pulls that veil on, so it kind of hides things. It hides what it wants, but it achieves it anyway. So, with this combination of these two signs, you're very powerfully into what you want to achieve, and your presence is very Mars like. You come across, you have a very strong presence. You have, like someone cannot ignore you when you enter a room. And you can also, this combination, all three signs can cause obsession on either side, either on your side or other people being obsessed with you. Like it's very powerful, Mars and Venus in this combination with Taurus Moon as well. So the Scorpio rising hides. It's more of that veil, but it gives someone a very strong appearance in a way. It makes someone like really have an impact on other people. When you have a Scorpio rising, people have an opinion on how you are. Sometimes can create like very strong feelings in other people. But you can, when you want something, hi Jody, when you want something, you go for it. And if you want something, nothing can stay in your way. These both signs ruled by Mars are so powerful. But then you have the Taurus Moon. The Taurus Moon is the slow and steady wins the race. The Taurus Moon is that more calm interior where you need stability in order to feel nurtured. You need things to be fixed in order to feel nurtured. You need peace in order to feel nurtured. You need to achieve things at your own pace. You need things not to disturb your peace. You're very pragmatic. You like music. You like beautiful things. You feel very in tune, and actually very well in a more harmonious, grounded environment where you know who you can count on, who your people are, where your food comes from, where like where you're gonna get your battery charged from. So I think this is a bit of a very strong combination of a person that comes across very, very strong, that can handle their emotions very well, because Taurus can handle their emotions very well, but at one point it can trigger into obsession, or it can trigger into jealousy. Like there's that potential also for Taurus, and if you have Aries and Scorpio, it can take it to the moon, like the strong emotions can go really, really far. But I would say that sometimes your outer goals and all of this can can make your moon a bit more tired. Sometimes your moon would like to be more homey and stay in and not have these strong emotions or strong reactions from people. Sometimes it would like to just enjoy life in a more peaceful way. But almost with so much Mars in the rising, creating so much, and then Aries Sun, I don't think it's really a problem, but I think it makes you a very strong person, achieving in what you want. And sometimes your moon might feel, oh, why do they need to be so obsessed with me? Or why do they need to feel so much for me? Or why do I need to do so much? Or, because there's a bit of this discrepancy between Mars and Venus in this combination. But overall, a very strong personality, a go-getter. You can achieve a lot of things through the strength of character and the determination. And this slow and steady wins the race is gonna, like Aries can push you, Scorpio can support you, but then the moon is actually what will get you there, even if it's slower, but it will get you there. Okay. Let me see how much time I still got, guys. Okay, Jody, I think I'm not gonna get to Cancer Sun, Aries Moon, Libra Rising, or let's try and see. I was doing Pisces Sun, Virgo Moon, Gemini Rising. So Pisces Sun, Virgo Moon, Gemini Rising. Have I not done this before? I've done Pisces Sun, Virgo Moon, I think Cancer Rising. All three mobile signs. Pisces Sun, you know, I'm a Pisces Sun as well. You guys know Pisces is mobile water, so it's mobile. You have to understand, mobile is about expanding your options, expanding your world. So cardinal goes, starts things, fixed is where things get stabilized, and with mobile you're expanding yourself to more people, more ideas, more options, more things to do. And this is the problem with mobile signs. They get lost in, I could do so much, be so much, achieve so much, you know, like that's the one thing which mobile signs go for. They go for um a wide variety, and they get sometimes lost in variety. And for Pisces also, Pisces is sensitive, so when it gets too much, like they shut down, and they just live in a more world of more illusions, or you know, like they don't deal so much with concrete things or reality. But then you have a Virgo moon, so I'm gonna do the polarity between signs here for you to understand how this works. So I said there's um yeah, I'm an escapist. Yeah, I'm an escapist as well. There's hardly any Pisces sun that's not an escapist. But you have that Virgo moon that kind of tickles you inside, and you feel like, no, 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 I should get this in order. I should get this in control. But your sun kind of opposes to this, because when I talk about Pisces and Virgo axis, so both are in service of people. Both signs are good-hearted signs that want to kind of help others. Both signs are interested in a bunch of things. Both signs see the bigger picture and all of this. But you have to understand, Pisces feels comfortable in the chaos. Pisces sees the chaos and says, okay, good, good. This is where I feel at home. I don't need to put anything in order. We can all flow through here. Virgo is the opposite. Virgo sees the same room, sees the same big picture, and then kind of needs to put it into order. If he cannot put it into order, the chaos makes a Virgo crazy, and a Virgo will try to systematically, as I said, go after things, or you know, like sort this out and then this and then this, or you know, like focus on one thing or then the other, and then the puzzle gets cleaned out, and kind of it, then the picture starts making a bit of sense. Where Pisces makes Virgo crazy, because Pisces says, okay, I'm not even gonna start. I'm just comfortable here, where anyways, like, you know, like there's no point in cleaning the living room because it's gonna get messy again. uh, and Virgo says, no, 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 we need to clean at least that corner. At least that corner over there needs to be cleaned. And Pisces says, it makes no sense because on the bigger picture, the whole living room is not clean. So don't focus on that corner. But then Virgo will get like obsessed on the corner and will be, no, 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 at least that corner. So yeah, so you're conflicted, bipolar. No, I wouldn't call it. So don't be harsh on yourself. I think mobile signs are also harsh on themselves because they get lost in other people. And you add that Gemini thing, which also notices a lot of things and wants to socialize with everyone and wants to talk to everyone, and you want to be open to everyone, you want to help everyone, you want to be able to be nice to everyone, you want to experience this and that and the other, and you're interested in writing and acting and who knows what. You're interested in so many things, and you think you could cover all of them and do all of them. And at one point you're just like getting drained because there's too much on your plate. When you have too much mobile signs, there's too much. And especially that Virgo moon kind of wants to do perfection in certain aspects. Pisces also wants to do to have a bigger accomplishment in life. Pisces kind of like, okay, if it's not about the small things, it needs to be about the bigger things. And Gemini also wants to, like, like gather knowledge and be interesting and be relevant and be witty. And there's a lot of pressure on mobile science in general, but I would call it like, if you have this combination, the pressure rises because there's just so much that you want, and you can imagine yourself with that. You can imagine yourself doing that. You can imagine yourself in a bunch of um, positions. Yeah, the most chaotic perfectionist. Yes, I would say the one way to do this, we need to respect our moon. We need to respect our moon. If we're not respecting our moon, not go too far off, because I can see myself also. I went into the Aries moon too far, and I kind of wanted to get rid of my Pisces. And no, but you need to give your moon a bit of structure, a bit of system. You need to do that, just because like that you will feel more nourished, you will feel more safe inside, you will feel like your subconscious will feel better. So you're nurturing yourself from the inside if you're giving your moon what it needs. So a bit of, like, okay, we're gonna be good at this one thing. Like, now we're gonna focus on this one thing, and we're gonna be good at this one thing, and maybe in a few days we're gonna be good at the other thing. Because the Pisces can drag the Virgo even more into, no, we need to be doing everything, and Gemini the same. So taking things one by one and trying to improve into one thing, getting a bit of confidence from that, and structuring things at least in one area of your life will give you a bit of inner peace, in order for your Pisces to also be able to shine and create. So I don't know what your passions are. Of course, someone with this combination must have some, let's say that it was playing the piano, but I would say maybe you're good at writing with this combination or something like that. I would just take the time to exercise that on a daily basis, set some routines, have something that kind of grounds you. You're into art, of course, you're into art. It couldn't work other, but have something that grounds you. Have a routine, scheduled thing that grounds you and makes you accomplish things into that one area. Once you have accomplished a bit, you will feel more able to do more, and that Pisces will be able to do more and will be able to achieve more. What we don't say about Pisces is that usually we get people in our lives that help us structure ourselves. So if you have some of these people, it will be good, but you even have it in yourself. So you need that in order to be able to create, although we think we don't. So a bit of structure, routine, getting good at one thing on a routine basis every day, that will give you confidence, and that will make you feel very secure, and yeah, it will give you the opportunity to shine. I think the other option is to really get lost into details and to get really bogged down by the fact that you're just to spread your energy is to spread. That happens with mobile science. We just spread our energy too thin, and then we feel the chaos and we feel the repercussions of the chaos. So try to give yourself some routine and try to give yourself some grounded activities that make you better into what you're doing. Jody, I'm so sorry. I cannot do anymore because I was supposed to be on here for 45 minutes. I'll be doing this next Sunday again, guys. If you have any other combinations by then, leave them here. Best to leave them in the comments, because I always go back to the comments. I try to go back to the chat. Yeah, I'll do it next week. Yes, I try to go back to the chat, but leave them in the comments so I have them there. If anyone wants more detailed videos, more detailed readings, and all of this, I have a membership on this channel. You can join it, and you'll get a free birth chart reading as well with it, and an analysis, plus other requests of videos of what you would like to see. If you want a personal reading, ariesmoongirl.com, go there. And yeah, and have a look at the reading. So I have compatibility, love readings, and the superpower reading, which I really believe in. And until then, I'm gonna keep doing these videos. So we have a library of all Sun, Moon, Rising combinations. Start sharing it with people. Start telling them to join on Sundays to get their readings for the 45 minutes that we're here. And yeah, until next time, I'm Aries Moon Girl. I care about the stars, but most of all, I care about you. And this is why I do these videos. Thanks so much, guys. See you next time. Bye.